Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I have a fun design to share with you. Based upon a hurricane holder, the Autumn Floral Hurricane is perfect for the autumn season events. All of the beautiful flowers I'm using today came from Florabundance.com. It's easy to order online, any time of the day, great pictures. And I had so many beautiful things to provide texture, beauty, color, all that I wanted. But one thing that I was very excited about was the bittersweet. I wanted to show you that. It comes with leaves, as you can see here, but by removing the leaves, it gives you a much more beautiful architectural look. So I just go through, stripping down, so that it shows the berries better. Just pulling it out. And if you like, you could leave some, but it's kind of nice to go ahead and just remove them. So taking them out, getting it down to the bare branch and the berries. So you get a much more dramatic line ready to place into your arrangement. This is one of my favorite hurricanes. I purchased it just at a home decor store, but it's wonderful because it's open all around. It has the doors that you can prop open or close, a little bit of both. You get to choose. To secure the flowers, an 8-inch design tray filled with floral foam, already soaked with flower food. And then I'm going to be using a pillar candle, placing it in an anchor, and then just placing that right down into the foam, avoiding the tape. There we go. Getting it nice and secure. And then, since it's open all the way around, I can just slide it right into place, ready to add flowers. I'm going to start by adding in my bittersweet. Because it's so big, I want to make sure I can get it in, wind it around, cutting it down a bit. Give it a nice scrape, there we go. Then, weaving it into the hurricane. So bringing it through, and across, and over, till I can get it down into the foam. Anchoring it in place. Then using just a bit of bind wire. Clipping it, and taking the tip, bringing it back around, maybe weaving it through the door and around, and then back up, and then anchoring it to the top to secure it in place, just twisting snugly. Then coming back with the opposite side, deciding, do I want it to come over and around, back in? So many different ways to do it. I think I'm going to bring it on the inside so that this door swings freely and I can adjust it later. And this one, bringing it up and over. Maybe actually winding it all the way around, giving it a twist, knotting it, tying it in place like it's holding the door right there. Coming back with a little more. This is the smaller piece I got ready. And letting it just peek through the door like an overgrown garden. And it can come back around. And I have another piece, deciding how to place it. And just getting everything done before I even begin flowering, so that I know that the base lines are there, creating interest and beauty, maybe even feeding it between the door itself. I can squeeze it in there. There we go. And that will help prop the door exactly where I want it. Florabundance has so many amazing materials. It was hard to even decide where to begin. And a little bit more of the bittersweet. I'm going to add it in just to let it trail out the front. Then to begin covering my mechanics. some oak leaves to conceal the foam, tucking it in, coming around towards the front, and then back out the opposite side. Thinking about both sides and the back. I want it to look beautiful all the way around. Then looking for the essence of the season. Rose hips, so abundant this time of year, so wonderful. Their own beauty. Tucking that in. Adding a little more in the focal emphasis area. Coming across. Then chrysanthemums, so appropriate for the autumn season. So bright, they almost glow. Giving it a cut, tucking it. And they pick up the color of the rose hips. This protea in the coppery hue, so grand, has the foliage like a banksia. Letting that come out a little longer outside the window. And echinacea pods, also glowing with color. Maybe letting them come up just a little bit taller. Then once I get one side done, going back and finishing the opposite side so that I draw the eye through from left to right and front to back. As I finish, I look at all the elements and principles. And I need a little more, the protea in front, to add more focus on the emphasis area. Just to tidy that up. Then adding some contrast, a bit of texture and depth using cottage yarrow. Tucking it down low, drawing the eye inward. And then adding a bit of brightness with rudbeckia, a little taller. Letting it come out, angling my hands in, finding a spot, making sure I keep it away from the candle flame, because I certainly don't want to create a fire hazard. Then repeat that on the opposite side, and also coming around towards the back. To enhance the unity of the design, I'm going to take one more item, bleached and preserved ruscus, and add it in. The soft ivory picks up the color of the candle, carries it through, increases the overall beauty, and adds a little bit of brightness so that the whole thing just kind of livens up. Now the recipe, everything you see here, except for the container, came from Florabundance.com. I started with a large stem of bittersweet. Then I added in a stem of oak leaves and a stem of rose hips. Then there are 6 chrysanthemums, 3 of that beautiful protea in the coppery hue, 6 echinacea pods, 4 of the rudbeckia, and then 6 stems of the cottage yarrow. Then last, I broke apart 1 stem of the ruscus to enhance. The autumn season is filled with such an abundance of beautiful materials. You'll find even more creative inspiration on our website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach us through there or pick up the telephone at 503-223-8089. Now it's your turn. Gather your favorite treasures indicative of the autumn season. Create something beautiful. Be sure to take a picture, post it on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.